Good afternoon, everybody. Shavua Tov. Welcome to another week of the Israel Brief, brought to you by Lay of the Land. I'm Rolene Marks, your host, and you know the deal. Every day, around about this time, from Monday to Thursday, we check in what the top stories making headlines in Israel are. So let's take a look at those stories dominating the news presses, and we begin with what is the situation with the Palestinians. What is happening? How are we moving forward? All those good things. And we begin by speaking about the protests that have been ongoing for several weeks in Ramallah. These are the anti-Abbas protests following the arrest and mysterious death of anti-Abbas activist Nizar Bazan. Now, he died in mysterious circumstances as Palestinian Authority security forces came to arrest him. And over the last couple of weeks, thousands of Palestinians have taken to the streets demanding that the Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas gets out. He is serving the 17th year of his 4-year term, and protesters are complaining about the level of corruption within the Palestinian Authority. Now, PA forces have been particularly brutal, and many Palestinians, including at least 5 female journalists, have complained of being beaten up. The mainstream media, for some very strange reason, is not reporting on this, but what we do know is that at least 10 workers from the Palestinian Authority broadcasting have been suspended and given warnings for things that they have been posting on Facebook. This is a story that we are watching very, very carefully and will be reporting on and following up as it moves along. Also regarding the Palestinian, yesterday's Israel Security Cabinet voted to suspend the transferring of at least 600 million shekels worth of taxes that would go to the Palestinian Authority. The reason for this is that the money is often used to fund terrorists and their families. So we have put a freeze on those finances. And in a little bit of positive news, yesterday Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas phoned Israel's President Herzog to congratulate him on his inauguration and also to talk about maintaining contact and working on improving ties. We're going to watch that one very closely as well. Meanwhile, yesterday, in a very, very moving images and ceremonies, Israel's Defense Forces delegation to Miami, who have done an incredible job assisting with search and now recovery efforts, ended their mission. It was so moving to see the rescue workers and hundreds from the community give a guard of honor to the Homefront Command soldiers and engineers who have served on site. This is the end of their mission, and they were awarded the key to the city as well as medals from the Miami-Dade County Mayor. At the moment, the official death toll stands at 90. And if you are interested in hearing some of the more personal comments and experiences from somebody in the Surfside community, please check out Ruti Ben-Oliel's very, very moving article that's up on our website. It's called Surfside Strong. It's also up on our Facebook page as well. And we continue to pray for the entire community, and may the memory of all those who have perished be blessed. And our final story stays in the United States. This time takes us to the capital, Washington, D.C., where yesterday at least 3,000 gathered on the steps and the surrounding grounds of the Capitol building to say no fear to rising anti-Semitism in the United States. This rally that was put on by multiple organizations across the United States attracted about 3,000 Jews and their allies who came out to support them. Levels of anti-Semitism have risen to alarming numbers over the last couple of years, and in particular in the last 2 months following the Operation Guardians of the Wall, or Mivtza Shomer Chomot, which took place as Israel and Hamas had another conflagration on the borders. It has resulted in violence against many members of the Jewish community, and as well as the rhetoric on social media as well. Guest speakers included people like celebrity Noah Tishby. She is a formidable advocate for Israel and Jewish rights, as well as Meghan McCain. She is the daughter of former Senator John McCain, a decorated war hero, and is one of the hosts of The View, at least until the end of the month, and her allyship is certainly appreciated. So those are the top stories making headlines here. Don't forget to come back same time tomorrow, same place. And where are those places, you ask? Well, I'm going to tell you. On our Facebook page at Lottle Site. If you haven't joined our growing community, give us a like, a follow, and share this content. You know, so many times we hear that the mainstream media is not covering Israel. Well, we are. So share our content. It helps get Israel's side of the story to the masses. We're also on YouTube at The Israel Brief. If you're watching there, please click that big red subscribe button and do us solid. We're also on Twitter at Lay of the Land 5. That's at Lay of the Land 5. We post comments, we post content. We would love to interact with you there as well. And of course, our website at www.layoftheland.online. So from a very, very hot Israel, I'm Rolene Marks. This is the Israel Brief, and we'll speak again tomorrow.